The magnetic paradox: less effort, more impact. We live in a world that tells us if we want to be remembered, we must be present. To be missed, we must make ourselves known. We text, we call, we post, we remind. But what if the most powerful tool for creating longing isn't about adding more of your presence, but about mastering the strategic power of your absence? Chasing attention often pushes it away. It can signal neediness, lower perceived value, and allow the other person's brain to become complacent. Knowing you're always there, just a tap away. True, magnetic missing, is not about playing games. It's about understanding the fundamental wiring of human desire and memory. It's about a psychological and neurological lever you can pull. Today, we're revealing a single, deceptively simple action, a 3-second mental and behavioral trick that aligns with how the brain is wired to value, chase, and recall. This isn't about manipulation. It's about operating with such self-command and presence that you become unforgettable, not for what you do, but for the compelling space you leave behind. Deconstructing the 3-second trick, the dignified disconnect. The trick is this: at the peak of a positive, warm interaction, whether in person, on a call, or even mid-text conversation, you consciously and gracefully become the one who ends it. That's it. The action is simple. You say goodbye first. You are the one who puts the period on the sentence. But the 3 seconds are not in the action itself. They are in the mental shift immediately before it. For 3 seconds, you consciously choose self-command over the addictive pull of more connection. You override the instinct to linger and instead act from a place of internal abundance that says, "This was wonderful, and I have a full, engaging life to return to." This is not about being rude, cold, or abrupt. It's the opposite. It's a warm, positive, but firm closure. I've had the best time talking, and I need to dive back into my project now. Let's pick this up soon. Or in texting, it's the timely, engaging response followed by, heading into a meeting, chat later. The magic is in the timing, leaving while the emotional and conversational spark is high. The science part 1 team. The Zeigarnik Effect and cognitive open loops. Now, why does this work so profoundly? It taps into a core principle of cognitive psychology called the Zeigarnik Effect. Discovered by psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik, this effect states that our brains have a significantly better memory for incomplete or interrupted tasks than for completed ones. An unfinished story, an unresolved chord, an open question. These create a state of psychic tension that the mind seeks to resolve. When you are the one who gracefully ends a positive interaction, you create a cognitive open loop with your presence as the unresolved element. You don't leave because of boredom or negativity, you leave while interest and enjoyment are active. Your brain, and crucially their brain, is left with the positive experience as the last data point. But the task of interacting with you is marked as incomplete. This triggers their memory systems to revisit the interaction more frequently, trying to mentally complete the loop, which manifests subjectively as them thinking about you, replaying the conversation, and yes, missing you. The science part 2: scarcity, dopamine, and perceived value. This trick also leverages fundamental principles of behavioral economics and neuroscience. Scarcity and dopaminergic reward. Scarcity isn't just about physical rarity, it's about the unpredictability and limited availability of a reward. When your attention and time become less predictable and consistently available, their perceived value increases. Neurologically, intermittent reinforcement, where a reward, see your positive attention, is not given every time but unpredictably, triggers the strongest dopamine release. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical, it's the seeking and wanting chemical. It fuels motivation, anticipation, and desire. By consistently being the one who ends interactions on a high note, you subtly shift from being a constant, predictable source of validation to being an engaging, autonomous individual whose time and attention are valuable and not always on tap. This doesn't make you cruel, it makes you a more compelling reward. In their brain's circuitry, activating the chase mechanism rooted in our reward systems. The critical foundation, what you do in the absence, the 3-second trick, is powerful, but it is hollow and will backfire without its essential foundation, a genuinely compelling life offline. The dignified disconnect only creates longing if what you are returning to is perceived or known to be valuable and engaging. If your absence is just an empty void, the open loop snaps shut quickly with a conclusion of, "They're just busy doing nothing." The trick, therefore, it's not just in leaving. It's in having something worthwhile to leave for. This is where you build true magnetic appeal. Your life, your passions, projects, social circles, growth, becomes the unspoken answer to the question your absence prompts. What is more important than me right now? A compelling answer to that question is what inspires genuine respect, curiosity, and longing. You become missed not because you vanished, but because you return to a world that itself seems interesting and desirable. Implementation and the empowerment shift. So, how do you implement this? First, shift your mindset from, how can I make them miss me, to how can I engage so fully that my departure is felt. Focus on the quality of your presence. Be present, warm, and engaged. Then, practice the discipline of the graceful exit. Watch for the peak, feel the urge to linger, and in that 3-second window choose your own agency. Say your genuine goodbye. This transforms you from a passive seeker of attention into an active architect of your own time and social energy. It communicates self-respect, abundance, and confidence. You are not waiting for their cue, you are engaging with your whole life. Ultimately, the person people miss most is not the one who is always there, but the one whose presence is a gift and whose absence is a noticeable space filled with the echo of good things. You don't make people miss you by reminding them you exist. You make people miss you by existing so vibrantly that your absence creates a silent, positive echo in their mind. You become a pleasant interruption to their thoughts, a cognitive open loop they are drawn to resolve. If this reframe from pursuit to presence resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Have you ever naturally done this, or felt its effect from someone else? If you want more insights into the psychology of attraction and self-mastery, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell for new weekly content. Remember, the most magnetic thing you can offer is not your constant attention, but your complete and fulfilling absence. Thank you for listening.